Are snakes chasing you or just misunderstood? We've seen this scenario play out so many times on TV shows and in movies. A person is hiking through the jungle and suddenly a venomous snake leaps out of nowhere, biting them right on the neck. But does this actually happen in real life? Or is it all Hollywood fiction? Well, let's dive into today's episode of Lie Detector Files, where we will uncover the truth behind one of nature's most feared predators. Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an exciting episode. And if you want to help us reach our goal of reaching 100,000 subscribers, then be sure to share this video with your friends and family. Let's get started. First things first, can snakes even see you? The answer is yes, but not in the way that we think. Snakes don't have eyelids, which means they can't blink. Instead, they rely on a special membrane called the brill to keep their eyes moist and clean. This membrane is transparent and acts like a windshield wiper, sweeping away any debris that gets in their eyes. However, unlike our own eyes, snake eyes cannot move independently. They can only look straight ahead or up and down. So if you sneak up on a snake, it probably won't even see you coming. It will need to turn its head toward you in order to actually see you. And what about their sense of smell? Well, snakes have two nostrils at the tip of their snouts, which they use to smell their surroundings. Their sense of smell is so acute that they can detect chemicals in the air from miles away. In fact, some species of snakes can smell pheromones released by potential mates, even when they're kilometers away. But if you're wondering whether a snake could smell you and then come chasing after you, the answer is probably not. Most snakes don't actively hunt using their sense of smell. Instead, they rely on other methods such as ambush, waiting for their prey to pass by and striking quickly. But what about those terrifying stories of black mambas hunting people down and biting them on the neck? Well, there may be some truth to this myth, but it's likely exaggerated. Black mambas are highly venomous snakes found in sub-Saharan Africa. They're known for their speed and aggression, which is why they have earned their reputation as one of the world's most dangerous snakes. Mambas have the ability to strike twice as fast as the blink of an eye, making them a formidable predator. In fact, black mambas hold the record for the fastest land snake in the world, capable of moving at speeds of up to 12.5 miles per hour. So it is certainly possible that a black mamba could chase someone down and bite them on the neck. However, these snakes typically only do this when they feel threatened or cornered. If you leave a black mamba alone, it's unlikely to come after you. In fact, most snakes won't chase people simply because they're human. Snakes are cold-blooded creatures, which means they rely on external sources to regulate their body temperature. When they get too cold, they become sluggish and unable to move effectively. When they get too hot, they can easily overheat and die. So snakes tend to avoid large mammals like humans because we emit a lot of heat. This means that snakes are more likely to chase after small animals that are closer to their own size and temperature. But what about those few and far between cases where snakes do chase after people? Well, it turns out that these instances are usually the result of a miscommunication. Snakes don't chase people on purpose. Instead, they often mistake legs and arms for a meal. For example, there was a case in India in 2014 when a man was bitten by a snake while he was taking a nap outdoors. The snake mistook his bare arm for a tasty treat and bit him before slithering away. Similarly, in 2017, a woman in South Africa was bitten by a snake while she was walking barefoot in a nature reserve. The snake reportedly coiled around her foot and bit her before she could react. In both cases, the snakes likely didn't mean to bite the humans, but they simply made a mistake. After all, they don't know the difference between a leg and a worm or an arm and a mouse. Now, I'm sure you're thinking that this is all well and good, but what if you find yourself being chased by a snake? Well, don't worry. We've got you covered. According to Brian Mabby, an expert from Georgia's Reptile Education Center, your first line of defense is to try and stay calm. Easier said than done, right? Snakes are much faster on land than humans, but they tire out quickly. So if you can put some distance between you and your pursuer, you should be able to escape without getting bitten. But what if the snake won't stop coming after you? Well, according to Mabry, you can try jumping into a body of water. Snakes typically avoid water since they can't swim very well. And if you manage to get away, you should make sure to stay out of snake territory. Snakes are generally more active during the day in warmer climates, so you might want to avoid hiking or camping in areas where snakes live if possible. And what if you're already being chased by a snake? Should you run away or stand your ground? Well, it turns out that the best course of action depends on the type of snake you're dealing with. Venomous snakes typically inject their venom through a bite, so you should try to stay still if you don't want to provoke them. Non-venomous snakes, on the other hand, can shake their rattles as a warning before striking. In this case, you should try to run away as fast as you can. But what if you find yourself face to face with a snake that has you surrounded? Well, according to Mabry, you should try to make yourself look bigger by waving your arms over your head. Snakes are naturally afraid of predators, so if you can make yourself look like a threat, you might be able to scare the snake away. However, this tactic might not work with venomous snakes, so it is important to identify the type of snake you're dealing with before trying to scare it off. So there you have it. Now you know how to defend yourself against snake attacks. And hopefully this video has helped you understand that snakes aren't always out to get you. In fact, they're just trying to survive just like the rest of us. But we'd like to leave the final question up to you. Do snakes chase humans, or are we just in their way? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Check out our other videos for more amazing animal encounters. And leave us a comment to let us know what you would like to see next. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, here's a fun little extra segment we like to include at the end of our episodes. We call it Snake's POV. It's basically just a fun little mini dramatization of the events of the episode, but from the point of view of the snake. So you know it gives the snake a chance to tell its side of the story. So let's jump into it. Our black Mamba protagonist is minding his own business, slithering through the tall grass. He's just enjoying the beautiful day, soaking up the warm sun on his scales. Life is good. Suddenly he detects a strange chemical in the air. It's not unpleasant, just unfamiliar. His instincts tell him to investigate. As he moves closer to the source of the scent, he sees a human male, oblivious to the danger lurking nearby. The snake's eyes narrow. Is this the source of the intriguing aroma? Curiosity overwhelms caution, and the snake decides to approach cautiously. The human remains unaware, lost in his own world. The snake prepares to strike, his fangs glistening in the sunlight. Will the human ever know what hit him? Well, folks, that's the end of our little dramatization. We hope you enjoyed Snake's POV. If you did, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.